What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Tim, back with another video. Just out taking a walk here on this little kind of naturey trail here in Missoula, Montana. I'm about to head out, but before I left, I wanted to do a walk and talk. People have been asking me to do more walk and talk, so here we are. And also, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. The sun's shining, the grass is green. I'm loving life. You can see the river is right over there. Great day, great day. But I wanted to talk today about getting started traveling, or getting started living the nomad life. Because it's a question I get asked a lot. People are like, hey, I've identified that, maybe I want to travel, maybe I want to become a nomad. How do I get started? And my number one piece of advice is to pick a day, buy the ticket, and just go. Okay? Pick a day, buy the ticket, and just go. I'm gonna give y'all some of the river real quick. Give y'all some river views real quick. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah, I love water. I love water. Now, the reason I say that's my number one piece of advice, and some of you might be saying, well, Tim, that seems rather obvious. Okay, yeah, you have to pick a day and buy a ticket, and go. But here's the thing. The reason why I say that's my number one piece of advice is because a lot of people who say they want to travel never get started traveling, because they base the day they're going to start traveling on things like saving a certain amount of money, or I have to get the right feeling about it, or I have to find someone to go with me. All these other things that they really have not as much control over as they think. Okay, if you say, oh, I'm gonna start traveling when I save up $5,000, something will always come up. You'll save up like $2 grand, and then something will happen on your car. You'll need brakes. And then you save up another $2 grand, and then something else happens. Or if you say, oh, when I find someone to go with me, you'll find somebody, and then something will happen. They'll get a boyfriend, they'll get a girlfriend, they can't go, or they won't have their money. It's always gonna be something. It's always gonna be something. No matter what you do, there are things that are gonna come up between now and like when you say you want to start traveling. That's why I say just pick a date, go ahead and buy the ticket if you're flying or taking the train or the bus or whatever. But definitely pick a date and say on January 1st or whatever date you pick, come hell or high water, I am gonna start traveling, I'm gonna start nomading. Because that way, like, you can't stop January 1st from coming. If that's 6 months away, you got 6 months. You got 6 months to get everything going, right? You can't stop that. All the other variables, you might say, oh, when this happens, I'll start traveling. Like, you won't have that same sense. Or I gotta go through like this is weird. I gotta go through like this container. I guess they're working on the bridge up there. Anyway, I want y'all to know like why it suddenly started sounding very echoey. Oh, that don't sound safe. It sounded very echoey on the, here we go. Yeah, I guess they're doing some bridge work over there. Anyway, if you just set the date, then you have an extreme sense of urgency, and you got to get everything done before that time period, especially if you've already bought the ticket. That's why I love I love flying to places, because I have to buy the plane ticket. In a lot of cases, I won't get a full refund if I try to get the money back. Yeah, buy the plane ticket, and if you buy it in advance, it's actually cheaper as well. But then you have to go, or you're gonna lose money. There's an extreme sense of urgency, and that'll make you get all your other affairs in order quickly. Then you'll have to save up as much money as possible. Then you'll have to figure out if you're gonna start nomading full time, what you're gonna do with your apartment, what you're gonna do with all your stuff. It gives you a day to look at, and every day you wake up, you realize, it's a day closer, you got more stuff you gotta do. Just pick a day and go. That's why I really recommend like seasonal work, because if you're gonna be doing seasonal work, you have a day you have to be at that first seasonal job. You have a day you have to be at work for the first day. You don't want to miss that. So you have to have all your affairs in order by the time that day rolls around. But even if you're not doing seasonal work, if you're just gonna be nomading, or if you're somebody who just wants to do some traveling, yeah, buy that ticket, pick a day, and just go, and just do it. That's my advice. I know a lot of people who have done that. It has worked out very well for them, because I also know a lot of people who didn't do it that way and they still haven't gone traveling. I know a lot of people that I've been in contact with on this channel for years. I'm talking about years, and they're always, something has come up. Something always comes up, you know? So they've been saying since 2016 they was gonna start seasonal work, or they was gonna start traveling, and I'm not picking on these people or laughing at them, but I just know that's how life does. I'm gonna go walk over here. I just know that's how life does. And so you have to get that sense of urgency. You have to start working on it. And then, yeah, if you pick a date and you start getting your affairs in order, one day you'll pass the point of no return. You know, when I signed the papers to sublease my apartment, you know, before I started doing seasonal work, I had to leave then. I didn't have no place to stay. When I sold my car, well, I didn't have to leave because I didn't have a car, but like life would have been very inconvenient without my car living in Gainesville, Florida. So once you get the wheels turning and you start doing certain things and making certain changes so you can become a nomad, so you can travel, you have to keep going with it. Like, you have to keep going with it. Like, there's no turning around. There's no going back. Whereas if you just sit around and you hem and haw about it, you know, it's, oh, maybe one day, once this happens or once that happens, you'll never do it. You'll never do it. Not to mention, while you're just thinking about it, you're gonna be thinking about so many different things that can go wrong. While you're just thinking about it, you're gonna be thinking about so many things that can go wrong. You're gonna be worrying about all these different things. One of the benefits of just going ahead and biting the bullet and picking a day and buying the ticket is that you got so much else going on, so much else you're doing, you can't really worry about what might happen. You can't really worry about the bad things that could possibly happen. You're too busy. Not to mention, it's like, well, you know, you have to just accept and let go at that point. Once you got the wheels in motion and you've passed that point of no return, you just got to accept that, hey, bad things might happen, but can't do anything about it now. The only way to beat those bad things is to get on the road and figure out how to deal with them if they do happen. And just real quick, I want to say 90% of the bad things you think are going to happen while you're traveling, on the road, nomading, doing seasonal work are not going to happen. 90% of the things you think are going to happen are not going to happen. So let's just put that out there. But even if they do happen, you'll figure them out. You'll figure them out. Every nomad you'll talk to has had bad things happen. I've had some bad things happen, things that, you know, weren't optimal. You know, but guess what? I figured them out, and I'm still here. You know what I mean? I figured them out, and I still love travel, you know. But yeah, once you start just doing what you need to do, you don't have time to worry about that stuff, you know. And just the more you, like, I know when I was trying to get ready to start doing seasonal work, start nomading, when I did find myself worrying a little too much about what might happen, I just jumped even deeper into like getting ready to go. I just focused even more on my new life, you know? But if you just sit around and you're always just thinking about it, and you know, which is nothing wrong with that, that's good, those are the beginning steps. But eventually you gotta stop with just the beginning steps. Eventually you gotta stop with the one day I want to. Eventually you gotta pick the day. Eventually you got to pick the day, you know, make it, like I said, January 1st, first day of summer, you know, first day of fall. I don't know, just pick a day, pick a destination, buy the hotel room, buy the plane ticket, the bus ticket, you know, buy the van or the RV or however you're thinking about traveling, and just go for it. Just go for it, because there's nothing anyone can tell you. There's nothing anyone can tell you that can make you just go for it. You know, a lot, you know, people can give you motivation. I love this video here, motivation. I love trying to motivate people. But at the end of the day, there's nothing any other nomad or other traveler can say to make you do it. One day you'll just have to do it. One day you'll just have to do it. And like I said, I know people who for years have been asking questions about it. But at the end of the day, the only way you're gonna really learn how to live this type of lifestyle, the only way you're gonna really get over the fears you might have is to do it. And the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll get over those fears, and the sooner you'll be so proud and happy with yourself. Pretty much everybody I know who's a nomad, unless they're people who started out very young, all say they wish they'd done it sooner. Every single man, woman has always said, I love this lifestyle, I wish I had done it sooner. So I'm pleading with you, I'm imploring you, if living a nomad lifestyle or just traveling, seeing the country, seeing the world is something that you think you really want to do, it's been keeping you up late night because, you know, you've been looking at the travel channel and you've been looking at, you know, all these travel vlogs, and you're really just like, I want to do this. Just pick a place. Pick a place. It ain't even got to be anywhere that special. Just pick a place and go. Just start traveling. Just get your affairs, start getting your affairs in order so you can start nomading. Pick a place, buy the ticket, and just get started. And then come back and thank me. when you get started on that lifestyle and you're loving your new life, and you're just all these new, exciting, wonderful places, meeting new, exciting, for the most part, wonderful people, you know, come back and thank me for the advice. Anyway, safe travels. Talk to y'all later.